Here today talking with Gary Eller, one of the original founders of the Weiser Banjo Camp. Hi, Gary.
Howdy doody.
How you doing today?
Boy, the weather's awesome, isn't it?
It is. It's
We're
great.
moving around, so I guess life is good.
So tell me a little bit about the history of the Weiser Banjo Camp. How did it get started, Gary?
Well, let's back up a little bit. I grew up in West Virginia. Listening to Don Reno was my banjo hero, without a doubt. I barely knew who Earl Scruggs was. I started out on tenor banjo first, which is still, to me, a fantastic instrument. And then figured out that Don had 5 strings on his, so I bought a banjo. And I have a banjo I bought in 1967 that I still play, a Gibson Mastertone, a bow tie Mastertone. So I've been at this banjo stuff a long time, playing bluegrass, well, going on 60 years. I retired to Southwest Idaho in 2005. And of course, I immediately started looking for bluegrass players. And there were some, there weren't a ton of them. There were some, but I noticed a lot of struggling banjo players and recognized the need for a banjo camp. There were hardly any banjo instructors in the Treasure Valley when I came here in 2005. So I've got 13 acres south of Nampa, and a big shop. And I thought, okay, why don't we try a small camp and see what happens? So I wanted to keep it under 10 students so I could manage it well. So we did, and it went pretty well. I think it was just like a one-day thing, not an overnight thing. Then Jason Homey moved to town. And as soon as I heard there was another banjo player in town, I went down and got acquainted, and we had a good time, got along. So we decided to do a second camp at my place and to start it like Friday night and end on Sunday noon or so. And we had, 20, 25 students. It doubled, Jason started getting lots of students, and then we realized I can't do this at my place anymore. We just outgrew it that fast. And by then I was involved with the fiddle contest, and I saw Slocum Hall, and I saw the upstairs of this incredible junk-filled, decrepit old building. I thought, man, if we could start cleaning these rooms up, what a great place to have a banjo camp. And we can make it much bigger. And the facilities were here, just needed some TLC. To me, it's just the ideal length away from a population center. It's about an hour, hour and a half from Boise, which is easy to get to by interstate or air. And yet it's like stepping back about 50 years when you come to Weiser. Mm-hmm. And I was not interested in running a banjo camp in a large urban center for several reasons. One is the whole atmosphere changes. And secondly, you always have competition. Students might want to run off to have a really fancy meal or go pick downtown or whatever it is. When you come to Weiser, this is what you do. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's total immersion. That's what I wanted. And so we did our first camp. I think Bill Evans was the first teacher. We had Ned Luberecki lined up, and then his booking agent misfired and double booked him. So he recommended Bill, and Bill was awesome and helped us get started. And Bill was really a great mentor for us also on how to run things and what it was that instructors, professional banjo instructors, appreciated in a facility and in the human resources that went into making a successful music camp. So hats off to Bill Evans. So that went really well for the 3rd year in a row, and ever after we at least broke even financially. So we've never had a year where we didn't at least break even. So now this coming year will be, I think, the 9th banjo camp. Mm-hmm. 2 at my place and then 7 here. Last year we capped the enrollment at about 60. That's very comfortable for our infrastructure here, and it still maintains that intimacy that I value, and the instructors value too. They like being able to get on a first name basis with just about all the students, and the really great instructors are able to do that.